Welcome in, everyone. Let's dive straight into this explainer and discover exactly how you can achieve pristine blood vessel health without having to rely exclusively on eating natto every single day. Look, natto is incredible for you, we know that, but let's be totally honest with each other here for a second.
If you're experiencing a bit of natto fatigue, you are definitely not alone, and you are in luck because today we are exploring 6 deliciously different, science-backed alternatives to scrub those arteries clean. Eating the exact same thing every single day gets old fast, no matter how healthy it is. So we're pulling some fascinating insights from our source material to show you how everyday kitchen ingredients can actually outperform natto in some really specific, incredible ways.
Here's the agenda for our vessel restoration arc today. First, we'll hit the cholesterol sweepers. Second, repairing your blood vessels. Third, reinforcing vascular elasticity. And finally, we'll bring it all together with the perfect daily menu.
All right, Section 1, the cholesterol sweepers. Let's jump into our first phase and meet your body's new internal cleaning crew. Because if your vessels are clogged with plaque, well, nothing else really matters until we clear out that debris.
Enter sun-dried shiitake mushrooms. These guys contain a powerhouse compound called aritidenine. Think of aritidenine as a microscopic scrubbing brush. It literally attacks the root cause of arterial plaque by pulling bad cholesterol right out of your bloodstream and helping your body flush it away, leaving your veins so much cleaner.
But there is a catch here. Standard raw shiitake, it's just not going to cut it. Sun drying is the absolute key because those UV rays act like a multiplier. They lock in and heavily concentrate that aritidenine, making the sun-dried version absolutely essential if you want this health hack to work.
Now, a quick but very serious warning. You absolutely must cook these thoroughly. Eating them raw or undercooked can trigger something called shiitake dermatitis, which is a horribly intense, itchy rash. The good news? Heat entirely breaks down the compound that causes it. So just fully cook them, get all the benefits, and you have zero risk. Easy.
And that brings us to our first major cooking hack. Never, ever throw away that brown soaking water when you rehydrate these dried mushrooms. All of that vessel cleaning magic dissolves straight into the liquid. So often we just dump it down the sink, right? When you do that, you're literally pouring your best medicine away. Use that rich umami liquid as a soup or stew base instead.
Next up is sake kasu, or sake lees. This stuff is packed with resistant protein, which basically acts like a bouncer in your gut. Because it resists stomach digestion, it travels all the way down to your intestines completely intact, grabs excess fat and cholesterol by the collar, and physically drags it out of your body before it can even enter your blood. It is a phenomenal preventative tool.
Okay, Section 2, repairing your blood vessels. Now that the sweeping is done, we've got to repair the microscopic damage left behind. Clean veins are great, but if they're scarred up and pitted, new plaque is just going to stick right back on. So first things first, we have to neutralize a villain known as homocysteine. Homocysteine is basically a microscopic bulldozer that actively tears up your smooth vessel walls, leaving behind these little pitted potholes. And guess what? Those potholes are exactly where dangerous cholesterol gets trapped and starts building into blockages.
Your absolute best defense here is sari clams. The synergy in these clams is just incredible. They use vitamin B12 to stop homocysteine right in its tracks, while their taurine goes to work expelling even more cholesterol. But again, just like the shiitake mushrooms, these nutrients are water-soluble, so you have to eat them steamed in their own juices or in a soup. If you leave that broth behind, you lose the magic.
Then we have cabbage, which acts as a literal healing patch for your veins using vitamin C and a really unique compound called vitamin U. Together, they smooth out the inner lining of your blood vessels, turning them into this totally frictionless surface where nothing can stick. But here's the trick. You have to eat it raw or in a very light soup. Heavy boiling completely destroys these delicate nutrients.
Let's talk about wood ear mushrooms, or kikaraje. These provide vitamin D, which acts like a construction worker repairing your endothelial cells, plus soluble fiber to secretly trap cholesterol. But since vitamin D is fat-soluble, you absolutely must cook them with oil, like in a stir-fry, to actually absorb those benefits. The oil is literally the chemical key that unlocks the vitamin D so your body can rebuild your arteries.
Moving on to Section 3, reinforcing vascular elasticity. Clean, patched-up veins are fantastic, but if they are rigid and stiff, you're still at a high risk for vascular issues as you get older. We need to fix that elasticity.
Enter soba, or buckwheat.
Soba is absolutely loaded with rutin, a powerful antioxidant that ensures your arteries stay flexible and stops dangerous inflammation right at the source. By maintaining that elasticity, your blood vessels can easily expand and contract with your blood pressure throughout the day, taking a massive amount of stress off your cardiovascular system.
An incredible 8-week study looked at this, and they found that just swapping out some meals for soba led to an 8.5% drop in bad LDL cholesterol and a 15% drop in triglycerides. But the real star here? A massive 30% drop in oxidative stress. That signifies a huge reduction in the internal rusting and inflammation that makes arteries brittle in the first place.
Want to supercharge that effect? Look for Datan Soba, also known as Tartary buckwheat. It contains an unbelievable 100 times more rutin than regular soba. 100 times! It is such an easy swap to make, elevating a simple noodle lunch into a powerhouse medical-grade treatment for your vascular elasticity.
But hold on, don't throw that noodle water away either. Make sure you drink the soba yu. That's the starchy water the noodles were boiled in, because all that beneficial rutin dissolves right into it. There's a reason drinking soba yu is a traditional practice in Japan. It's basically a warm rutin tea, ensuring you capture every single ounce of those antioxidants.
Finally, Section 4, the perfect daily menu. Let's wrap this explainer up by bringing all these incredible foods together into an actionable daily routine you'll actually want to eat. Knowledge is great, but applying it is what actually transforms your health.
Here's how easy it is. Step 1. Start your day with a miso soup enhanced with sake lees, asari clams, or that shiitake broth we saved. Step 2. Add a quick wood ear mushroom and egg stir-fry for dinner. Step 3. Enjoy datan soba for lunch and finish it off by drinking the soba yu. You don't even have to eat all of these at once. Just casually tossing some sake kasu into your morning soup or using leftover mushroom water seamlessly integrates these sweepers and builders into meals you're already making. So I leave you with this. Which of these 6 delicious vessel-restoring superfoods are you going to rescue from the boiling water and add to your plate tonight? Taking control of your internal health doesn't mean restricting yourself to bland diets. It just means understanding the chemical superpowers of ordinary foods. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Stay healthy, and I will catch you in the next one.